On behalf of the Administrative Board of the IBPC, I welcome you all to this evening, which has got a very, very important topic, and which is very useful for all of you as well. That's property investment recovery through amicable dispute resolution. When we talk about property investment and dispute resolution, let me share some data available on open source. In 2007, there was around 30,000 civil cases filed, out of which 1,500 were property-related disputes. While in 2014, there were about 4,042 property-related disputes. And currently, it has gone very, very high, and it has gone to a whopping 12,000 numbers. Now, when we talk about India, the figures are as large as the country itself. As per the recent government data, there are more than 22 million cases pending in the district court, and there are, out of these, about 7.5 million cases which are civil, and out of which more than 5 million are property-related. The total cost of litigation every year is equivalent to about $2 trillion, which is about 0.5% of the Indian GDP. Imagine the quantum of time, effort, money, everything's wasted on this, running around the courts. That's the reason why we need to have an alternate dispute resolution for the same. To enlighten about the subject, we have amongst us our very own dear member, Dr. Mustafa Tahir Ali Sasa, a prominent businessman, a social philanthropist, corporate speaker, General Secretary of Chamber of Commerce, Dubai, for the BMTG, that is Building Material and Trading Group, and winner of many, many, many accolades. Before I invite him for the presentation, please join me to welcome our President, Madam Bindu Suresh Chettur, to address the gathering. Give a round of applause.
Distinguished speaker, honorable guests, board members of Indian Business and Professional Council, my dear family members of IBPC, a very good evening, Namaskar, Assalamu Alaikum. I am very happy today because today's topic is so favorite for me as a lawyer, and today the speaker is also a very important person. As Ms. Nida here stated, he is a very renowned speaker, a leader who wears so many hats, and also very knowledgeable person. I am so happy about this subject because we all invest in property and it is our hard-earned money. So when we put the money for the properties, it should be a safe return. There are two things when we deposit money or when we put money, invest money into something. One is that there should be the minimum risk, and second, maximum returns. How is it possible? There will be so many unforeseen elements or factors and also imminent danger things which will be hidden. So in order to avoid all those things, we have to be cautious. But even after putting money into real estate, even if it is a residential property, a commercial property, or any other land or whatever it is, because of the change of government policies, because of the change of law, or so many other factors, there can be so many risky factors involved. So this is where dispute, the most important subject, like our subject is coming about the alternative dispute resolution with respect to investment in properties. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Jai Hind.
I'd like to request Dr. Sasa to please come and do the presentation. Thank you.
It is a very challenging task to present to the connoisseurs. I will do my best to talk on this subject. There are three sides of the story. This side, that side, and truth. So the truth is something else. And to the certain extent, to the lack of clarity on the laws, a lot of ambiguities, certain disputes have been raised. Now, at that point, the only solution many of them found was, there is a dispute, let's go to the lawyer. Now, with all due respects to the lawyers sitting here, because the lawyers had to take the case, and of course they have, the property is one of the segment of their entire portfolio. So that machinery is working and there are some XYZ cost into it. And that does not guarantee any positive returns or positive judgment towards them. We have seen, in Dubai that in many instances, the judgment has been passed, but there is no execution. So, judgment is one thing, and executing that judgment is another great challenge. Coming back after the declaration of Expo 2020, that acted as a catalyst in the Dubai economy. Everybody saw a light of hope of bringing back Dubai into the pace what it was earlier. Our experience of 50, 60 years in Dubai says that every time when Dubai entered into recession, after that it has scaled new height, and we all are waiting for that. And that height is already on the horizon, with so many things coming up, adding to 2020, and completely Dubai is going to be a new city. So that after the 2020, when things started moving up, the property market also started improving. So all the projects which were stopped or dormant for certain time became active. Another challenge in Dubai is that we have inhabitants of 200 countries. A developer, maybe from South Africa, contractor, maybe from another country, and the clients from another 50 countries. And Dubai has every country where there are a high number of expats, you have turnarounds. So Dubai has also a lot of turnarounds on the inhabitants. So 50-60% of the clients are either moved to another country or they left Dubai to their home domicile country. So that the challenge became more evident that how to resolve these issues of property, because eventually one of the wish of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum to see Dubai property dispute free 2020. So in line with that, the alternate solutions were emphasized. Like every department, if you see in the government, now they have the dispute resolution before you go to even the Dubai courts. You can apply before applying for the litigation. There is an option, you can go for amicable settlement. Things changed when 2020 was declared. So suddenly, the day before the price was different, and the day after the price was different. When market crashed, slowly it went on declining, and people were holding. No, it will recover. It never, until now, that certain prices have never reached to that level. So pricing thing is always subject to lot of factors, and every case is different, and every factor has to be studied well before we determine the price of it.
My question here is, would you be able to help out on, where there are complex situations with Dubai Civil Defense and the municipality? Now, I have an apartment in one of the buildings, which was the first building to catch fire in Dubai. Right? It was the Tamil Tower, if you've heard of it, in JLT. It's been 5 years since, right? It's just not moving. It was with great difficulty that the insurance company, naming the insurance company, we managed to get them to get the tower back to its the reasonable self which it was. But then it's been not being accepted by the civil defense and the municipality, and it's just going on and off and on and off. So would you all be the right people to intervene and help us out with this? Of course, the homeowners association would come to you. But would you be able to do on these? It's not a complete, it's not in line with what you were talking. But is it still possible? Would you all be able to handle
It's two questions right now. what we're trying to explain over here is like, let's say if somebody became sick, first you need to go to the doctor before it goes directly to the surgery. So we say problems are different and different and different, especially in the real estate. We say first of all you need to go and get the full checkup analysis. Check the problems. So yes, we are the right people where we can analyze the problems by analyzing the status of the projects and the value of the projects. We are good in that one. And we have companies which they are cooperating with us with the minimum prices. After that, it comes on an option analysis. We are good on that one. What does it mean? It means that for your problem, let's say when somebody became ill, surgery is one way, getting medicines is second way, having a sport and let's say diet is the third way. We are good to analyze all of these things. For example, if you do surgery, this is the duration which is needed, this is what it will cost you. If you do medicine, this is the duration and this is what you need to do on the side of that one. If you go sport and let's say diets, this is the time which it takes. We are good on those points. Then whenever you decide to which direction to go, let's go again back to the real estate, either settlement, litigation, or asset relocation, we are good on that to find for you the best partner, not that not because we are thinking they are good or they have a relation with us, no. Depends on their experience within the same problem. Let's say today if you come to us and say there is an X company, I want to have a litigation case with that one. After doing the full situation analysis, on option analysis, we will tell you what happened for the previous people which they opened case against it, and who were the lawyers who had the best success rate against this particular developer and this particular problems. So now we are good on the analyzing the situation and analyzing different options that you might not thought about it, that you have such option. And then we are good on finding a right partner for you for the executions of the, the disputes. This is what generally, we are here to explain. And the process, knowledge is the most important thing. You need to know the problem and the solution that they are available. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Shiraz Osman. I just want to know that, now you want to help the investors with the developers. Were you happy with the 3070 law? The law number 13? Was it law number 13 or number 8, where before it was whatever the investor paid, they were going to be deducted 30%, but then the law changed or amended, and this would have not caused any issue with the investor, but it would have caused issues with the developer and issues with the master developer. So was that to protect the master developers and the developers to make the law change? Because most of the people lost money because of that. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that.
Right now, it all depends on the type of investor category. Today, if we come and categorize the different clients and putting the speculators aside, which is the whole market was affected because of them, and we categorize the clients on end users, long-term investors, and short-term investors. Now, such rules will put speculators out, and beside of it, it affects the, let's say, short-term investors, and then a little bit affects a long-term investor where they went for the multiple purchase and they don't have a chance of consolidating the units together. But if we come and see on an end user level, there is no effect. An end user, there won't be an effect. Where the, let's say, developer, if today developer delayed a construction and you are an end user, and let's say developer built more than level where you are option to be paid, it's not easy for developer to cancel. As Mr. Sasai explained, there are projects that have been completed more than a year, and because a developer was delayed on his completion date, still a developer not able to cancel the client. So, depends on how we categorize the client, and of course the rule, it might affect the parties, and the parties will get affected. It was speculators, let's say short-term investors, and the type of the, long-term investors.
But it's protected the developers, right?
Protected a developer. But at the end of the day, the developer is the other type of investor in the country.